You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show.
I wish we had a song about Pittsburgh, but I don't know if there is one. So we're starting off with just us. Right now, Raw was live from the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We come to you from Los Angeles with the enthusiasm of every WWE and Pirates fan in that arena tonight. I'm Jonny Loquasto. Next to me to my left, wearing, once again, I don't want to say peach. Maybe it's nectar. I think nectar, Dale. Would that be a good color dress?
I would say orange-red. That was a Crayola.
Blood orange. It's a blood orange dress.
Yeah.
It is Halloween season.
Ooh, speaking of which, wearing a blood orange nectar dress. Kathy Halloween Cupcakes 3 weeks early. Kelley, everybody.
Hi.
Now, this is a great display you have here.
Yeah.
I had one earlier. I almost actually took a bite of a plastic spider.
An ant, a plastic ant.
Is it an ant?
Yeah.
That's a spider. It's got 6 legs.
Exactly.
Right? Spiders have 6 legs, do they not?
Spiders have 8 legs.
Spiders have 8 legs. I'm
Off
here
to
to
a
tell you.
good start, everybody.
He skipped 3rd grade, apparently.
Johnny skipped a lot of things, let's be honest.
I've always been deathly afraid of spiders. I don't look at their legs. I run the other direction and ask for a man to kill the spider. That's what I do.
I would kill spiders for you, Johnny.
Would you? Mm-hmm. That's my baby.
Kathy's your man.
Across from us, none other. He's got the whole space to himself. What's up?
Mr. Vest for Business.
Yeah.
This is what's vest for business.
Hashtag vest for business at The Walking Dale on Twitter. Dale Rutledge. What's poppin', dog?
Howdy, howdy, howdy. How's it going?
Now, the seat next to you is vacant, and so before we get to Raw, we need to start off with this. I'm just going to lay it all on the line, guys. I'm going to put my heart out here on the table. According to the viewers and the listeners, and I got to agree, I guess I haven't been the best world predictions champion.
Oh, I said that a lot too, yeah.
Thank you, Dale. And last night, Battleground happened. There was a power outage. No one predicted that. I wish I would have. But I did lose my title. Luckily, we are keeping it in the family, but I did lose my title last night. And so if and when Showtime Josh Padgett shows up, I'm going to be a man about it. I'm going to give up that title. What the hell is this?
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's showtime.
Couldn't have showed up on time. Nope.
Oh, yeah. Johnny.
Wow.
I just want to tell you, man. You came in here. You took over for our show. You've done a hell of a job. You came, you conquered, and you earned this title right when you got here. And I just want to say, I'm happy that I was able to retain this title for the best show at AfterBuzz, right here at Raw. I love you, man. Most importantly, that I obtain this title for myself. I'll do you proud, man. I'll do you proud.
Well, as much as I enjoy sharing this little tiny microphone with you, I'm going to make sure this title's no longer in abeyance, and it's staying with Raw. Put her there, partner.
Hell yeah.
Oh, no.
You hold this proudly.
Oh, man, thank you.
Do better than I did.
I will.
Let's just whisper.
I'll do Raw proud.
Let's just whisper a couple times to each other. Make it real intense for everyone on iTunes.
Oh, yeah.
This is it.
Get the number started.
Yeah, that's right.
FMK, Raw right now.
A love story for the ages. Josh Padgett.
Yes!
I got something to say real quick.
Oh, no.
All right.
Oh, he's got a promo.
There's
Do it.
still more.
This is my promo. One of many.
Cut off the music. Cut the music.
It's safe to say that with a tear in my eye,
Oh, wow.
this is the greatest moment of AfterBuzz TV history. when you go around telling the world that you're number one, the only way you can stay number one is to be number one. And this is the only title in professional wrestling that makes you number one. Because when you're the king of AfterBuzz, you rule the world. Sort of the Rosenbergs. And the Ryan Klums.
How many cupcakes did he have?
And the Roe Moores. And the Tom Connollys. It's showtime now. And y'all pay homage to the man. Woo!
It looks like he's in a panic room on that camera, doesn't it?
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight.
I'll be honest. After that, I'm glad I lost the title. I'm really glad I lost. It was worth losing it to witness that.
It's good for business.
Yeah, it is. Dale's is vest for business.
He's best for
Best
business.
for business, you know.
Styling and profiling
Wow.
as usual, Dale.
Congratulations.
You know what, guys?
How about that?
The longest acceptance speech I've
I
ever
Way
heard.
to go.
I made cupcakes for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We have cupcakes on this end of the table, so that's all that matters.
Congratulatory cupcakes that you can't reach.
All right, we have a new World Predictions champion, but we got to get to Monday Night Raw. Good news is the power stayed on the entire show, guys. We have that going for us. Steph McMizzo hits the ring. That's how Monday Night Raw starts off. She's looking like she's got a whooping to give to someone's keister when she takes the mic. She says everyone in the universe is upset, and one man is the reason. One man has to answer for himself. The music you heard just a few minutes ago, thanks to Stephen Lemieux. Big Show hits that ring, and he almost looks like he's satisfied with himself.
Almost.
Almost.
Almost. Almost looks like he's satisfied with himself. She just gets right in his grill and just calls him a sorry, pathetic use of a life. She says, no wonder you're broke, Show. You can't even manage yourself. You need to man up. She wants him to beg for his job, to plead for money, the fact they own his house. She says, you're pathetic. You don't even have a soul. Coming from a woman who has never had a soul in television. And she's damn good at it.
Yeah.
She was on it tonight.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
the kind of angry stuff that I want to see. She had some lady balls. For
Absolutely.
sure.
Did you say weighty balls?
Lady balls.
Oh, lady. I think weighty balls is better. She had them weighty
Weighty
balls
balls?
tonight.
Weighty lady balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
does
Yeah,
that
definitely
mean?
filling the void while Triple H wasn't there. Mm-hmm. Gosh, she wears the pants in that relationship.
She had a nice skirt on tonight, but it's
Scared
the
the
point.
crap out of me.
She was power tonight. She was power.
She was. She said you don't have the right to free will, Big Show.
Yeah. She's like, we don't just own your house. We own you.
It was awesome.
Intense.
Own that ironclad contract he has, too. Mm-hmm. Not so ironclad, it seems.
No, not at all. But then Show, here's the thing about it. In the past, she even said, she's like, what are you going to do? Cry about it? She literally starts just smacking him a whole bunch. After Big Show pulls off a great line, she talks about Brad Maddox. He goes, Brad Maddox works for you and your son of a beep husband.
And they didn't bleep it.
Nope.
I was surprised.
I
How
did,
about
though,
that?
because
Yeah.
I'm a professional.
They bleep balls, but they don't bleep that. That's
That's
insane.
a great point.
I think that's allowed on even cable now, right?
Balls?
Well, it's the way you use balls. If we're talking about, sports.
There's nothing wrong with testicles.
No, there's not.
That's part of anatomy.
I mean, it's
Of
breast.
50% of the people on the planet.
It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Why, we got to give some props to the testes.
I bet after the
Where's our little blue
SOB
ribbons?
thing, I think after the SOB comment from Big Show, the censor guy was just like ready for
Yeah.
it.
yeah, he's like, I gotta overdo it now. balls. Hit the button. That's bad, right? No? Oh, we're good. Well,
So Steph goes off on him, just slaps him a whole bunch, gave him some good shots too. Just reddened those cheeks up, and then says, "Big Show, I think we could all do this 3, 2, 1 together." Yeah. Big Show, 3, 2, 1. You're fired.
You're fired.
Belch. I don't know. The Belch was in there somewhere.
sorry. Go,
we did it.
go,
He's a
girl.
champ. He can do what he
He
wants.
pretty much can.
Championship privileges.
This is gonna get old quick.
That's those go girl belches. Always just jacking up the room. So Big Show, here's the best part about it. He gets fired. He doesn't cry. He doesn't pout. He doesn't whimper. He jumps over that. He doesn't jump over the top rope. He steps over the top rope and he storms out of the ring like a 500-pound McMahon giant, and a mortgage has been lifted off his shoulders. What a way to start.
I think he's being true to himself now, and
Yep.
he's found that courage to finally stand up to the McMahon family.
It makes you wonder.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, it was about time to not see him
Cry.
a wreck.
Yeah.
basically. I mean, he is a giant. So it was nice to see him just back to true form.
Yeah, and she was slapping the crap out of him.
Oh, yeah.
And he was
And
still
I'm-
smiling during
And
the
he's
whole
smiling
thing.
all the time. I'm like, that's no way to treat a former or a current employee.
Well.
He should hire David Otunga. Get this thing taken care of. Sue
Yeah, I
him.
don't think he's had many cases lately.
I
didn't
know.
think Paula Dean was that mean to her employees.
Oh, no.
Well,
It was all internal.
Yeah.
Internal, inside.
Don't read her diary, that's all.
Wow.
yeah. You need to man up, sugar.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. All right. So, yeah. It was great because we saw this coming last week with Big Show where he just got so fed up and just, was like, I'm going to find Triple H. And, of course, it didn't really happen. And so we'll get to the end of the Raw at some point. But, yeah, he just gets fired and just walks out.
Great way to start the show.
Yeah.
I mean, it immediately captured all of our attention. So.
Yep, it was good energy, and it just kicked it off with a bang. I loved it.
And I think we should mention what happened at Battleground. The reason why she brought Show to the ring is because he pretty much ruined the main event. He knocked out Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton and the referee, as a matter of fact.
And then he tried to celebrate afterwards. Like, come on, everybody. Everybody's like, dude, like,
Yeah, it's like,
the pay-per-view's over now because of you.
And the title is still in abeyance.
And Brian almost won, too. He was winning, and you came in and stopped it.
Abeyance is a new black.
It is.
Sooner or later, Abeyance is going to beat Punk's title run.
I think it might.
You know? My God.
It's on its
Abeyance
way.
has held it much longer than Brian has. Brian's only had it for like
That's
one
very
day
true.
cumulative.
My gosh,
2 days.
that's a good point.
If that.
He's a 2-time WWE champion with 1 day holding it.
Kane is like, I would like to have a title for as long as Abeyance had.
Kane had the title for 1 day, I believe.
It's about 24 hours.
Yeah.
Abeyance has had it for 3 weeks. Plus, 3 plus.
The hottest new wrestler.
Yeah.
Abeyance.
Can you imagine the Fink bringing him down? Abeyance!
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's awesome. But great way to start the show. Because, I mean, honestly, the way Battleground ended, none of us really knew what the next step was going to be. Of course, we knew Big Show knocked everybody out. And so Steph coming out of the ring, Steph on fire once again, as always, just crushing it every single week. I mean, she's giving Paul Heyman a run for his money with her performances every single Monday. So so Big Show storms out of the ring. We don't know what's coming up next with him. We can only imagine he'll be back later on in the show. Moving on to the first match of the night, Dolph Ziggler versus Damian Sandow. You know,
Rematch from yesterday's pay-per-view pre-show.
we had a couple of them tonight, as a matter of
Yeah.
fact.
Maybe you missed it.
Yeah, it was like, hey, did you tune in
It was
for the pre-show?
free. It wasn't like it was something you had to pay for. It was free.
And you can repeat it like instantly. on
Yeah, I
YouTube.
think it's on. Yeah, it's on the WWE.
You can't
YouTube.
get enough Ziggle Wiggle. All right.
No, I can't.
Let's give
He
him
had
the
like a belly
identical-
button hole cut out of his shirt. That was
I was
kind of
going to
odd.
say that. I'm surprised that Ziggler's
Wasn't it?
belly button wasn't trending.
Yeah.
It wasn't trending, but it was freezing. It's very cold.
It was a belly shirt. But yeah, different match, same result, except Ziggler pulls off the Famouser for the win. So Sandow doesn't even get hit with the zigzag, gets nailed with the Famouser. And after controlling most of the match, Sandow goes down once again, and he remains the uncrowned World Heavyweight Champion who cannot win a match.
Yeah, has he won one since Money in the Bank? I can't remember.
Maybe
one or two,
via
but
DQ at best.
Yeah.
Maybe one of our listeners or viewers can let us know. But yeah,
It kind of felt, once they changed gears with Cody, it feels like the momentum of Sandow shifted as well.
Who would have thought
God,
that
yeah.
out of the two? I mean, I love Cody and I love Sandow, but who would have thought out of the two that Damian would be the one who's like getting pre-pay-per-view shows?
He won the
and
briefcase.
Cody's in the main
well,
event.
I think it makes, and I see your point, but I'm not exactly shocked. I think they both have so much great stuff about them.
I think they both have charisma. They both are
Yeah.
great in the ring, and I'm surprised that once they split ways, that both of them weren't pushed more.
I think Sandow's character is so much better built for a guy that loses all the time, though, because he'll
Has
stay.
time to
Yeah.
eventually.
He'll stay
And,
pompous.
you know, what are they doing on SmackDown anyway? I mean, half the show is a recap of Raw, but then it's like, all right, now we have RVD gone. Supposedly. He's
guess.
supposedly gone now for another 3 months.
Well,
so that
Ricardo's
frees
wearing
up a
a shirt
spot
tonight.
for Sandow. But yeah, it's weird. He won Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
And Ziggler had Money in the Bank he had the briefcase last, and he cashed it in a few months ago and won the world title. Mm-hmm. And they're
Sandow-
both on the pre-show.
And
Here's
Sandow's
better
not even
briefcase.
teasing. He's not even teasing cashing in.
No, not at all.
And that was a mistake they made with Dolph too. Like Dolph he had it for so long, and I don't know how many times he even tried.
He teased
To
it a
cash
lot,
in.
actually.
He teased
did.
it several times. There were some really good fake
he had his-
teases, and
Yeah.
then I just feel like he publicized the briefcase more. Like I don't know what it is about Damien Sandow when he comes to the ring with the briefcase. Maybe it's because it's brown and it's not as bright, or something about it just doesn't scream that he's the Money in the Bank champ.
And he doesn't talk. We haven't heard him speak in a while. It's been like a
that's
solid
like-
that's
month
true.
since he's been
That's
on
his
the
big
mic.
thing,
Yeah.
you know, or his promos.
That's what
the only
gets
thing
him
he
into
gets
him.
is that, after he loses a match, because that's all he's been doing lately, is to say that I'm still your future world heavyweight champion.
That's it.
You know,
But not even that.
That briefcase is almost like he's working from home but didn't put pants on. You know what I mean? Like he just brings it down to the ring, locks it up to the post.
and Cody's not around to steal it, so like,
Yeah.
why are you doing that still?
I don't know. I would have loved to tease last pay-per-view. Last night El Del Rio won, so I don't know what the heck is gonna happen with that, because he's not winning any matches, and they're not even talking about how he keeps losing though. That's the thing that I find interesting, is that at least create a storyline around it. Like he's got a losing streak, but still has this, and maybe he won't win. Maybe they are getting to that point.
They have so many storylines going on right now that I think they need to let the other ones sit for a little bit or
yeah, I
resolve
guess.
them, and then that'll be.
My only fear is if John Cena is truly coming back, which we'll get more to that
We got to
later.
get to that. I don't know.
But if that is the situation, that doesn't spell a lot of good news for Sandow cashing in anytime soon. I don't feel like that's going to help his
Yeah.
case out very much. His case out.
Hey, look at that.
Zing.
Vest
Gotta write that
for
down.
business. Vest. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's next for Sandow. I imagine more losses, and then eventually they're finding the right opponent for him. Obviously, it's not ADR. It's not the right opponent for him. Although I think people would love that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they've done
Bring up
heel
Sami
stuff,
Zayn.
but I wouldn't
They're
hate
not
that.
ready for that. They're trying to
know.
kill those Olay chants.
No,
God,
that's not going to happen. NXT, they were on fire because he came out wearing a mask at NXT, so people were going nuts
I
this
don't know
past
what
week.
they're thinking. Like,
But he was in LL Cal's mask.
I know he took
Wow.
Ricardo's stuff.
I mean, come on though. The Olay chants were
That,
overwhelming.
I think that's going to be a gimmick they're going to do later down the road in WWE with Generico.
They can't avoid it.
Mask, yeah.
Generico, don't say it.
But they
Bad
can,
word. Bad word over there.
Generico?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
They don't. Okay.
They don't like
That's
that.
not his
That's
name.
his product. That's his product.
Oh yeah, good point.
But yeah, Sandow. I mean, he had a great thing with Sheamus.
Yeah.
And then there were rumors that like Wade Barrett's gone, Sheamus is gone, John Cena's gone, RVD's gone. We got space now. Like,
Wade Barrett's supposed to be repackaged
was
when he
supposed to
comes
come back
back.
tonight.
Into what?
And I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either. Like, and he's been. I mean, the
not like he
the
had a
brawler
bad
thing was kind of a
thing going
repackaging.
before.
yeah.
Yeah, but
I would love to see him come back just dressed as a guard, like a guard for the queen, just with the big hat,
Big
showing
bushy hat.
no
Does
emotion.
he need a gimmick though? I feel like that just screams mid card, and he's not gonna go
right.
very far.
That's kind of where he was anyway.
Yeah, but the way he looks right now, it was just like he was an English Orton. You know, he's got the same kind of body type, but with the tattoos, dark features. You know, he needs something. I mean, not just the jacket with the little rose on it. You know, he needed, and it was like he doesn't do enough boxing. If he's a bare knuckle boxer,
He's a bare knuckle fighter.
he
What
should
if
be
he
able to
came
do that
back
more.
as the suave like actor? Like he thinks he's this actor because he was in that movie.
Oh, yeah,
recently.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I'd be fine with him being like, you know, like how Hunter Hearst Helmsley was, like just a very refined, you know, I'm English and, you know, you know, and but then he's like vicious too at the same time. It'd be awesome.
You know what's weird? They don't work those movie angles into the storyline very much. Like
Why
they
not?
send them
Yeah.
off, and then we all know it's happening. So it would promote the movie. So I
tried.
get very confused.
And then
by
Sheamus
it.
was a big bully towards him.
Yeah, he had that thing where Sheamus came out and made fun of him for being in the movie.
But it was one and done.
Yeah, it was,
You're messing up my
very
moment.
half-assed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they got to come up with something for him. I don't know. Maybe he could be like a.
Colin Farrell's best friend.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, just make him Hollywood.
Yeah.
So hot.
who I'm friends with?
He could be like Arsenio used to be, like Eddie Murphy is my best friend. Yes.
I love that. And then they
That'd be
just
great.
like have pictures of him with like
Photoshop?
random people.
Celebrities.
Just Photoshop pictures of him with awesome celebrities.
Like I can't even be bothered to hang out with you anymore. I'm too
Yeah.
big time. Sorry.
TMZ follows wrestlers all the time. They could just like have them specifically follow him. I'm sure.
Oh my
you
God, that'd be
know,
hilarious.
That would be a really good
Just
real angle.
Photoshop
With any-
stills.
Anybody.
Any wrestler, honestly.
The guys
Yeah.
over there would love to do that.
Oh my God, it'd be awesome. Photoshop stills of Wade Barrett with like whoever. It's like, Wade, why is your arm black in that picture? What just
He
happened?
can punch a paparazzi like Bieber style.
Yeah. I like this. I'm writing all this down right now.
Give him the
Make it happen.
Right, mark it down, Dale. That's Vest for Business.
Wade.
All right, we now move backstage. Brad Maddox with Stephanie McMahon. She blames him for everything pretty much, from the pay-per-view, the Rhodes family winning, the blackout, Scott Armstrong being reinstated, and Big Show ruining the main event. She looks at him, and it looks like Brad Maddox is actually sweating. He looks like he hadn't slept since he looks weathered.
Yeah.
He looks like the job is taking its toll on him. She says, you're going to apologize and tell the WWE Universe how you're going to make it up to them, and you're going out to that damn ring. And he just like,
Alrighty.
well, if you say so. And then during the commercial break, happy birthday, Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah.
Yay!
78 years
Pittsburgh
old.
Zone, 78 years young.
Oh, sorry.
We were
Looking good.
all
Yeah.
very confused why they had his birthday on the
During
during
the
the
break?
commercial, and then re-showed pretty much the entire thing. It seemed like.
Were they worried he was going to give a speech and they were going to have to cut it out or something?
Yeah, I don't know. Why did they do
weird.
that?
Maybe it would have been a weird transition from Bruno standing on stage to Alicia Fox coming out. I don't know.
Before we mentioned that, someone just tweeted me that apparently Barrett's new gimmick that he's coming out with is Bad News Barrett, and he introed this on the JBL and Cole show recently.
You mean
so-
like Bad News Brown? Is he gonna wear like
I
a
love
black
it.
leather
He's
glove?
like a Debbie Downer, and he just delivers bad news.
That's hilarious.
I like it.
What does he do on the JBL and Cole show?
What?
What does he do on that show?
I think he was
He was just a guest, right? He's
a guest
He
on
was a
there.
guest on the show. They do that. They upload
They
it to
Cody
YouTube.
Rhodes.
and-
Remember that's
yeah.
when they did the mustache thing for Cody. That was on JBL
Yeah,
show.
but
Got
Daniel
it.
Bryan was like the dazzler though on there too, right? I mean, he had his own little separate gimmick on the JBL show. Or was that more for superstars?
Bad News Barrett. See,
Saturday
all
Morning Slam.
All I think of is Bad News Brown now.
I know.
I think of Bad News Bears.
Bad News Bears, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that too.
Is that what you meant by Bad News Brown?
No, Bad News Brown was oh, I'm sorry, Kathy. This is pre-2011. Bad News Brown was a wrestler in the early 90s for WWE. He had a feud with Big Boss Man, if I recall correctly.
I think so.
And a few others. And his promos were always always involved calling people sharecroppers, I believe. Like,
Kathy, I don't know who Bad News Brown is.
all right, Dale, please.
Thank you.
I'm gonna hook you up on that one.
Someone watching
I'm
has
not
to
the
know
only
Bad News
one.
Brown. Chat roll. He was there. He existed.
I'm gonna jump in the river with you on that
I
one.
think he had a feud with Jake Roberts, I believe. I think him and Jake the Snake had a pretty solid feud, and I thought he had one with Big Boss Man, but I might be wrong on that. But I'm pretty sure it
I'm
happened.
coming up
both.
on a year of watching WWE.
No,
though.
we're very proud of you. We're very proud of you. But you look up Bad News Brown and someone. Maybe Steven will find a picture of him because he was a
Is that
terrifying.
no
individual.
Junkyard Dog? Oh, there he is.
But you can't just call out another black wrestler and be like, well, I know him.
He's from that era. It wasn't.
No, he wasn't. Well,
Coco Beware?
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
I had a
All right.
ballin', buddy.
Virgil.
Anyways, happy birthday, Bruno Sammartino. We now have a 6-diva tag match. Alicia Fox, Rosa Mendez looking blonde.
What are you doing? What is she doing?
You did not like that at all.
You get the only full like Latina on your roster, and it's like, oh, well, the Bellas got dark hair, and Eva Marie wouldn't do it, so you need to go blonde.
He was very upset.
Yeah.
Because I like her.
Yeah. Well,
And-
I'd still like her with blonde hair.
It's
Latina,
great
he-
to see her back, regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
it was
going
very.
blonde.
But it's not the first time she's done it.
Honestly, though, good move for her because people are talking about her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about her hair. So, I mean, hell.
You're talking about her over every other girl in that match.
Well,
No one knows
Because
it's Sonia's
we're gonna be
haircut.
talking about Eva Marie a hell of a lot more. Believe me.
so Alicia and Rosa team up with Oksana versus Natalia. And to our surprise, JoJo and Eva Marie, two women that had never set foot in a ring beyond, 4 months ago, maybe, if I'd take a guess, ish. They're in a match. Actually, JoJo never quite got in the ring. But
No, they've never.
Eva Marie sure did. The win, actually, Natalia gets Alicia Fox in the sharpshooter, makes her tap, and that's the victory. So obviously Natalia, JoJo, and Eva Marie win. But Eva Marie was in the ring. She was in there.
First time on TV?
Gang.
Wrestling, yeah.
Yeah.
We saw her wrestle at Access at SummerSlam.
Well, yeah, but
Right.
that was not taped.
This is what makes me scared is that how bad is JoJo that the one that's featured is Eva Marie?
I
Well,
think
I
that
wouldn't go there.
I
They're
don't think
very
that's
big
why.
on Eva Marie. I think that it's because she is a little bit older than JoJo, and they want to give her
Yeah.
time because JoJo can potentially have over a decade in this company as a wrestler.
JoJo's like barely 20 or
She's
something.
19,
19.
yeah.
I don't know how old Eva Marie is, but she ain't 19.
I think Eva Marie's around 27.
Yeah, okay. I know JoJo's incredibly athletic.
And we also have to remember that both of them just started wrestling 8-9 months ago.
Yep.
Right.
No,
But
are you kidding me? 8-9 months ago?
not even, I don't think.
Like 4, 5.
Okay, so less than, yeah.
Six months, like since
6 months, yeah.
WrestleMania, right? They've been involved in the company.
It was right before WrestleMania is when they started their training. They had the
Okay, so
training
6. We'll
camp.
give 6
and then,
months.
Yeah.
I've been in the ring for 3 times, maybe 3 hours altogether.
Right.
And I could do a hell of a lot better job than her.
Oh, come
Like, what is
on,
wrong with
Showtime.
her?
I know you're holding the title, but come on.
Championship privileges. Hold on for a
Wow.
second. I think anyone here could do a better job than her.
No,
She wasn't
That's what I'm
bad.
saying.
I would disagree with that. I
She
would
wasn't
say
that bad.
That is one of the
mean-
things where I don't know. It's just like she has such little time to prepare for these. Like these other people have had years of experience. Most of the
Yes.
people who are at NXT are there for a minimum of what 3 to 5 years
And
before they
why?
even get brought up to
Exactly.
TV.
So why is someone
Yes, they're
named
setting her
JoJo
up for
who's
failure,
even better?
potentially,
I mean, JoJo.
But I think that she judges herself more than other people judge her, so she kind of gets nervous when she is on Raw. I don't know.
Clearly.
That's honestly what
She
I
doesn't
think
even know
it is.
what to do with her hands. She can't even take her shirt off sexy. You're a diva.
She's
Take
like
your
Ricky
shirt off
Bobby.
sexy.
I don't know what to do with my hands right now.
That's her.
I drove real fast.
The big red awkward machine. That's what she is, and it's like
She's nervous.
You're being a little
that.
harsh.
listen. I did the Total Diva show. Okay.
Okay.
So I feel like I know her very well.
You do.
And I know her character on the show.
Yeah.
JoJo, I love JoJo, and she
Of
looks
course.
amazing out there.
She's
Just walking to
adorable.
the apron, she does a better job. And I'm
Yeah.
like, why is she not? Why are all the NXT chicks? Why are they not wrestling on Raw?
JoJo will have her time in season 2.
All right, she better.
Well, you gotta
And, we're
remember-
filming tonight, season 2, and she didn't have her moment.
Well, you got to remember, JoJo is so small too. I mean, maybe she's just not great at taking. She's gonna have to take a lot of bumps.
I think honestly, I think that she would be better in the ring because I saw what they were doing when they were still in training camp or whatever, and Eva had never done a forward roll before, or she didn't know how at the time. JoJo's very athletic. I mean, they were both athletic, but JoJo does have some moves, but I think that they're saving her. Honestly, that's what I think
Yeah.
it is. They don't want her to debut, and then they don't want to set her up for failure too.
Yeah.
You know?
Eva Marie's got her own thing. She's alien hot.
It's just
Yeah, I mean,
So it doesn't really, matter per se how great she is in the ring right now.
yeah,
it's just unacceptable.
she's a total diva, not a total package. But I think the real thing is when we saw her at SummerSlam, she moved better at SummerSlam than she did tonight. So I do agree with Cathy. Maybe she had some stage fright.
I think she also
yeah.
had some time to prepare for more time to prepare for.
Yeah.
it.
You
gotta
That
chalk
was
that
her
up to
first
nerves. I
match
mean,
ever.
Yeah.
she was very nervous.
Monday Night Raw, that's the stage right there, and like I'm sure she is. They're obviously down at NXT and they're training, but it's still a huge difference.
Doesn't look like
100
she's been
fans-
taking the.
100 fans at SummerSlam Access versus thousands and thousands
Exactly.
in an arena,
Yeah.
and how many hundreds of thousands watching live?
Yeah.
And even NXT, I don't
Intimidating.
know if she's getting any matches at NXT when it comes to.
She's not on NXT. She might be doing some stuff with FCW, but
Yeah. So,
Well, it's 6 months of training.
yeah.
Unacceptable.
Okay.
In my opinion, she should be playing pro ball, and it doesn't look like she's playing pro ball.
I'd have to argue that doing that reality show is very time consuming. It's not like she's been training every single day, because sometimes filming one scene that seems like it takes 5 minutes takes you 7 hours.
Yeah.
And she's already on the road. She doesn't get the same I don't know, she just doesn't get the same experience. She doesn't get to learn
Yeah,
like
they're-
the people in NXT right now.
They're not banging it out every day like the rest of the NXT
Clearly.
crew.
Yeah.
And
They're not clanging and banging.
honestly, I think tonight's match may have even just been for season 2 of
For
Total
sure.
It was
Divas.
so
for sure.
short.
Yeah, it was very
Clearly, I
short.
mean, they had the Total Divas shirts on, so you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. We got to give them. We got to
That was
give.
the angle.
Well, this will be for good storyline because they kept her in there the whole time, pretty much. Natty just
Yeah.
got the hot tag and ended the match.
Honestly, maybe that was part of the storyline
That
in
has to
Total
be.
Divas, is that she can't wrestle and that
Well, no, she couldn't sell. She wouldn't stay still. I think there
they
was
need
something.
to teach her something along those
Poor
lines.
Alicia Fox is trying to do her move, or Oksana was trying to do her move, and like she wouldn't
Right.
stay down for it.
You got to remember, though. I mean, this is Monday Night Raw. This was her first attempt at national television and wrestling. a lot of times your first opportunity to do something big that you've never done before, your mind starts spinning so fast that you don't remember everything in order. And so, like, she's out there trying to do the moves, and then maybe selling was something that she completely, like, she was so amped up, she just didn't do it. We got to give her the benefit.
Well, give her the break, yeah. But I feel for girls like Paige, Emma, Bailey.
Well, they're gonna have their
Paige will
time.
have her time. She's what?
She's
20?
the same. She's the same age as
Paige is
JoJo.
20.
I'm just saying, how is it good for business?
They will all have their time.
I think
It's good
Emma's
for
gonna
business
come
for
up
the
soon
TV
on-
show.
It'll be great for the TV show. Terrible for Raw. But you know what? Everyone's talking.
Good point.
It'll be good for the show.
Natalia wins the match with the sharpshooter. Speaking of which, Aaron at AJ0314 says Damian Sandow beat Santino Marella on main event last week. So I don't think, so he won a match. That's cool.
On main event, very good.
On main event, not on Raw or SmackDown.
Santino got over on Cesaro last week on Raw, so that's a big win for him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's why I thought they would win the pay-per-view initially. I thought the
Me
giant
too.
swing would happen, but that Santino would pick up the win.
All those airplane spins, man, they'll get you every, whatever you want to call them, they'll get you every time. All right, anyway, so after the Divas match, Brad Maddox is on stage. He says there will be a rematch at Hell in a Cell for the WWE title in 3 weeks, but the WWE Universe gets to choose between 3 Hall of Famers to be special guest referee. He then brings out the first option for the special guest referee. Can you dig it, suckers?
Old Booker T.
Booker T comes out, and he says he's going to do what's best for... I will do what's best for business, dog. That's what he says.
That's a 6-time world champion.
He also said, more importantly,
More importantly than that, dog, I will do what's best for business. You make me that special guest referee. Now, can you dig that?
making up words.
Before we knew who the other two were going to be, I thought Booker might win just because he's been kind of in the pocket, like he's been advising Brian to do what was right and all that kind of stuff. So I thought maybe he was going to get it, but
he'd be a great two-faced lackey for Triple H too. Because he was telling people, he's over there doing the thing, like, hey, I'm a Hall of Famer, and you gotta do what's best for business, dog.
Triple H makes him a king. King Booker. That'd be great.
King Booker.
That would be great if there was someone who's playing both sides with.
King Booker.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I'm
to
like,
have someone like that, yeah.
I'm just saying that I'm doing what's best for business, but really I'm here for you guys and.
Yeah, like a Littlefinger from Game of Thrones, Sorry.
I don't know that reference. I'm sorry, I've never seen Game of Thrones.
Noted it.
Well, that's okay. You've never heard of Bad News Brown, so we're even, I guess.
Right, there it is.
Moving on, Los Matadores versus 3MB, Jinder Mahal and Drew McIntyre to be specific. So Los Matadores, again, they come out with Torito. Once again, Torito keeps just trying real hard and just misses. Those Matadores are good, ain't they? Boy, oh boy.
I don't know. I thought the energy was more right tonight than last week's match. I think that maybe because the build-up wasn't there for me, but I feel like they were a little more on point, or I've gotten used to them. I'm not sure, but it seemed like a better paced match than last week. There was a lot of
3MB. They always have a pretty good.
But that was 3MB last week.
Oh yeah, that's a good
I
point.
know. I don't know why. Like we had a rematch from the pre-show from last night.
But it wasn't a rematch. It was a different grouping of 3MB.
It was a different two-man band.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly the same.
I did like Michael Cole's reference saying Torito looks like a mini Giant Gonzalez. Enjoyed that. Thought that was very funny.
Pulling out the good ones lately.
Yeah, and Jerry said something about Mantar. He said they blew up Mantar or something like that. That's a good one too.
We talked about that last week. Yeah, I mean it's. Yeah, Matadors win with the Olayan drop, whatever you want to call it.
I love that Hurricanrana that they did to Slater. Torito, I mean, was it Torito that did it?
Yeah, Slater chases Torito around the ring, and then Torito gets him with the Bullakarana, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
The Bullakarana. I'm just combining words there.
I just gotta think this is something that's happening for a very specific PG audience. It's kind of like how Hornswoggle was maybe 3 years ago or so when he was living under the ring and would come out and when he was with Finley, around that time. It's very kid appropriate, and I think it could be exciting, just maybe not for us.
Yeah,
but I think it's crazy enough for people our age to enjoy it.
Yeah, like I said, I liked it a lot better this week than last week, but I still think it's for a different audience.
Yeah. For sure.
And Zeb Coulter with a tweet during the match possibly said something up, basically saying,
"Oh yeah,
Los Matadores, why?" or something like that.
What you doing here? Basically, it was the equivalent.
It was as simple as that. So I would like to see the Real Americans tangle with Los Matadores after they snuck across our borders.
I mean, it's the most natural fit for a feud.
Because what other heel tag team do we have right now besides the Shield?
Nope, nothing.
PTP went face.
Nada.
Yeah.
How funny would Zeb and Torito be outside the ring?
Oh my God,
Lord.
that'd be awesome.
That's like
an odd pair.
Yeah, that's like a little boy trying to beat up Santa Claus.
I like that though. He could
Heck
be like
yeah.
border police on him.
Oh, dude, you know Zeb's gonna sell that. It's gonna be great.
El Taquito.
El Torito.
Torito.
I hate your restaurant.
It is a restaurant, isn't it?
It is El Torito.
Huh.
It's Spanish for the Torito. All right.
Oh, thank you.
Paul Heyman then comes down to the ring with Curtis Axel and Ryback, his two Heyman guys. Heyman calls Punk a cheater, and that's why he was able to pin Ryback last night at Battleground. Then, of course, without further ado, the Cult of Personality comes out to the ring and says he kicked Ryback in the beep, but only to see if he had any. Had to bleep out that word, guys. But
Yeah,
Heyman...
overtime.
Exactly. Heyman gets back on the mic and says he's bullying Ryback. He's a bully. And Ryback needs to do something about it. Ryback gets on the mic and says, Punk, you're a bully. And you should walk your skinny ass to the ring right now. And as Punk is about to do it, what's up? R-Truth hits the ring. Well, actually, R-Truth hits the stage. They have a brief conversation. Punk's like, you know what? I smell what you're putting down. I agree with you. They both charge the ring. We have an impromptu tag match, guys.
How about that?
I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. I didn't think this would be a tag team that we would be seeing happen this evening.
No.
I liked it. It was a nice pairing that I didn't.
And maybe this will continue R-Truth and Axel. Who knows?
R-Truth has been getting a lot of airtime lately. I mentioned that last night on the pay-per-view. It's very.
You went for him.
He's also on the poster for Hell in a Cell.
What?
Yes, that's right. He is.
I gotta look that up.
Who else is on the poster of Hell in a Cell?
Just Truth.
So
Is it a battle royal? What's happening?
during the pay-per-view, they plugged Hell in the Cell. They had a little video package or promo for it. R-Truth the entire time, all over it.
You think he might have a heel turn coming
I hope
his
so.
way?
I really hope so. Otherwise, I don't really see him as being that interesting. The crowd is just not into
They're
R-Truth.
using him so much, and I don't. Yeah, the crowd doesn't get behind him.
He's really
in
good.
The What's Up?
Yeah, the
It's
what's up? The what's up's over.
I think what it is the fact that people know R-Truth has so much more in him. Like, he could do the what's up thing in his sleep.
Right.
We saw a couple years ago what R-Truth had in him, and unfortunately we didn't get to watch it for long enough. So I feel like maybe that's why they're not getting behind him, because they know he's capable of so much more.
Yeah, because that was around the time the Punk pipe bomb happened, and they kind of just changed everything.
Yeah,
from there on.
Understand.
Which is good. Yeah.
But I mean, he had done it a little bit, but yeah, I think they were trying. I don't know. I can't remember.
Went
exactly.
on to the conspiracy.
Oh,
little Jimmy
right, with
thing.
Miz. Yeah.
And so he was a heel then.
He was great, though, and everyone knows it. So they're like, dude, just give us something else. But maybe he's not allowed to right now. I don't know. But I think...
I kind of think the same thing about Miz, to be honest with you. I don't think he gets as much going on as a face. I think he's much easier to hate than he is to get behind.
This sounds so bad,
no.
but for me, like, if Miz isn't on a show, it's noticeable. If R-Truth isn't there, except for the past day or two, I don't remember that he's not there.
That's because it's not the R-Truth that we want to see,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is my point. The
I
what's
do
up
miss that.
thing is it was great when he started doing when he first came to WWE.
Rapping.
The what's up, the rapping. But then he changed his character to something we didn't know we had in him.
Yeah.
You know, every single week he's doing the little Jimmy thing. He's coming out with a new crazy act out to just really rile up people. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, the kid poured a drink on him. He came out with the Confederate uniform. Every week he was doing something clever.
I forgot about that drink.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
We know he's got that in him, and that's
Yeah.
why I think the crowd is kind of like with him right now.
So would you like to see that revisited, or do you want to see a new version of Crazy R-Truth that's a heel?
I wouldn't mind the craziness if it was done the right way. Like, I don't need to see him doing double dutch with a fake little Jimmy.
No more Little Jimmy. I think I got over Little Jimmy.
Yeah.
But he's good.
But I like Crazy.
He's a great crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, we love some crazy.
We like Crazy. You know what I'm
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, there was a match, guys. Punk eventually hits the elbow drop and kicks Ryback charges, basically. He hits the elbow drop on Curtis Axel. Ryback charges. Punk, kick to the head. Tags in R-Truth. R-Truth finishes off Curtis Axel with a scissor kick to the back of the head for the win. So Punk and R-Truth win. Axel and Ryback go down. Paul Heyman not happy about it. Not sure where either feud's going to go at this point from here.
Yeah, right? This was like stuck in neutral here. You would have thought that the Heyman guys would have gone over on this match just because it's an impromptu tag match. Truth and Punk haven't really worked together. But I like that Punk was like good guy Punk, right? Like he had the match won and he tagged in Truth. They let him have the finish. Yeah. That was nice.
Which also makes you think that this Axel R-Truth thing is just not done building.
Yeah. I mean, they barely built it at all. So
yeah, no, we're just getting started.
Yeah, will R-Truth get the IC title ever in the future?
Cathy, I don't know. I mean, Axel ain't doing nothing with it.
I don't know.
You know?
Literally doing nothing. But I was surprised that Punk brought up a rematch for Ryback. Like, I guess they only have 3 weeks to build to the next frickin' pay-per-view.
I know.
This is brutal. Like, we're going to have 3...
We're gonna have 3 rematches.
We're having 3 pay-per-views in such like a short period of time.
I heard, and this is not my sentiment about last night's pay-per-views, but a lot of people wanted refunds.
Because the
I
power
heard
outage.
not the power outage, because
finish.
they said that it was an awful pay-per-view overall.
That's not how
That's not how it works.
things
No,
work.
I
That
know.
doesn't make any
It's
sense.
not like you
If
can
that was the
get
case-
a refund at the end of a bad movie. It's not how it works. But
Soccer can end with a 0. That's the most
Well,
absurd
first off,
thing
who the
I've
hell's
ever
paying for
heard of.
soccer?
Hey, we got a lot of European fans.
I'm just saying.
They go.
I'm just.
The world
Not in
likes
America.
soccer.
I know the
Johnny.
world. I don't
You may get
dislike.
confused because they call it football.
I don't dislike soccer, but I mean, I don't know if it's on pay-per-view anywhere in the world. Maybe it is.
It's on Skybox.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you just made that up, But I mean, you can't do the whole refund thing. If that was the case, 89% of boxing matches could be demanded
Oh
a refund.
Lord, yeah.
You know,
some of those are like 34 seconds.
people would start demanding refunds for our after show that are free.
Yeah. I don't know. That's ridiculous. But they said that last time too. They were demanding refunds because they took the title away the next day. I was hearing rumors of people were asking for refunds from their cable provider because it didn't last long enough. It's like that's not how wrestling works. Like
right.
This is
We're done.
And here's the thing: you pretty much know the pay-per-view going into it, so you could choose to buy it or not choose to buy it. You know, if you're a wrestling fan, you're smart enough to know how good a pay-per-view might be.
Yeah, or if you're me, like you can get 8 out of 9 matches correct, like already in the prediction, so you already know what's going to happen in the whole pay-per-view.
I feel like the ones that I hate the card for end up being some of the best pay-per-views.
What was it, Payback, right? Payback was a big surprise
Exactly,
for us.
there are a lot.
Yeah.
And then, there's WrestleMania this past year that was like, okay.
Yeah. But SummerSlam was just amazing all the way around.
Yes.
SummerSlam was
Oh,
a
man.
beast.
We lucked out on that one.
Everything about SummerSlam
No
was just...
refunds wanted by anyone.
child.
Sure, I would have paid twice.
Yeah, we love us some SummerSlam. All right, we next go to another option for special guest referee.
Johnny have a stroke right now?
No, the reason why I just screamed, I wanted to scream just to give respect to the man that came out.
Oh yes, of course.
I wanted to make it as awkward as I possibly could
Stroke
because
away.
this man did not make it not awkward.
That is his specialty.
Bob Backlund. And he comes out by himself with a microphone.
Which you know is trouble, right?
Yeah.
Already.
Where like the power might have to go out. Bob Backlund with a microphone.
Oh, another power outage. Sorry.
Oh no, hit the switch, Jim!
P.S. Also Maria Menounos' mentor.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
She had that
They
Bob
were friends
Backlund t-shirt at
even
SummerSlam.
before, and she inducted him into the Hall of Fame this past year. But yeah,
Which
Oh,
talk
no,
about-
trust me.
They've been friends since before.
No, but
her
this
career
his
even
character is insane.
Right, we're all Bob
I
Backlund
know,
guys.
yeah.
We're all Bob Backlund guys, but he's so unpredictable.
Talk about that Hall of Fame speech was unpredictable.
He was getting like
Right.
standing ovations. All the wrestlers were cracking up. It's awesome.
Yeah, he's holding the microphone and he says, he calls it what? The pay-per-view? He calls it.
I'm calling Heck in a Cell because I don't like saying hell.
That's not my word.
I love you people.
Yeah. I've always loved you people. where am I? I'm going to put everyone in a crossface chicken wing.
I love you, people, but stand up straight when I'm talking to you.
That's how he closes it.
Just blew out my headset right on that one.
Sorry.
I like how he closes his speech with what he should have began it with. Stand up straight when I'm talking to you. All right, I'm leaving.
I gotta go.
I hated that nobody was cheering for him.
Yeah.
I think he catches people off guard a lot.
I took it as
to be honest.
people were so into it that they just stopped talking
Oh my
because they
God.
were like,
Yeah.
what
They're
is
like-
he going to say?
He looks adorable.
What amount of crazy just
He hasn't
happened?
aged a day.
No.
He's on that
Really?
RVD diet or
He's
something.
doing something.
Yeah.
Something going on.
Or
with
he's in the
those two.
same diet of another dude who apparently is coming back from an impossible injury to come back from after 2 months, which we will get to in just a bit. So Bob Backlund's option number 2 when it comes to special guest referee for Hell in a Cell, or Heck in a Cell, as he wanted to call it. We next have a fantastic match between Kofi Kingston, who I was surprised was alive after his encounter with the Wyatts last night, so that was a positive.
Yeah.
Kofi made it to Raw versus Randy Orton. This match, of course, you know, is going to be fantastic. Kofi hits the SOS. Orton ends up getting the advantage. DDTs Kofi outside the ring and just flat out just sets him up, calculated for the RKO. 1, 2, 3, wins the match.
Best spot of the match was when Kofi went up for a springboard and
Oh, man.
freaking
Power
Randy
slam.
Orton, that snap power slam, man. Reversal. His head, I mean, the dreads just brushed, like swept up the mat. It was like so close.
Yeah,
I don't know
so
how they do that.
Breaks people every single time.
Looks like it, right? Oh my
Orton's
God.
got, man, that quickness. I mean, he's got probably the best core strength of any wrestler. To be able to do that, catch a guy and whip him around, dude, his core has got to be the strength of a bull.
Yeah, him
Second
and
to
Cesaro. I
Cesaro,
think.
yeah.
That's a good point.
Second to him, that's it. But well, yeah, Orton is.
But to have that accuracy to catch someone mid-air and snap them around without
Terrifying.
breaking their head off blows my mind.
and for
So, big-
Kofi, my God.
Big
like-
props to Kofi for just holding on. Here we go.
Oh man.
I actually saw him doing the fingers crossed as he held on to Orton's back.
He had his coffee this morning.
Oh, did he have a cup?
He starts every day with a cup of coffee.
Yippers.
Best part of waking up. Coffee in your cup.
Cathy Kelley, everybody.
Hey.
So Orton wins. Daniel Bryan runs down after the match and sends Orton out of the ring, even throws him over the announcer's table and attacks. They get separated from the likes of Jamie Noble, Finlay, many other officers of the WWE law, if you will. Daniel Bryan breaks free, though, chases Randy Orton all the way to the back. And that's the last we see of that for a while. Well, in this show, at least.
Yeah.
I love those elbows he throws on him when he has a guy down and was that full mount in MMA? You know, mounted position.
Sounds about right.
Bam, bam.
Full mount sounds like something I would not want to have done to me.
That's what he was doing these cupcakes before we came in.
Yeah, I fully mount cupcakes. What I'm trying to say is no. All right, we
Is it
have
legal?
In LA, yeah, probably.
Quasto and cupcakes too hot for TV.
AfterBuzz pay-per-view.
Oh yes, just me in a room, just shoving cupcakes in my mouth.
No refunds.
No refunds. You know what you're getting. Oh man, that'd be great. You guys just throw
They need,
stuff
like,
at me.
parental guidance on the.
Yeah.
There's just a black bar over your mouth the whole time. It's like, oh,
Just hear me going, and like you guys come in and just throw stuff at me like salami and stuff. I don't know, for no reason.
Kathy's just cowering in a corner for most of it.
Kathy walks up behind with a massive
like it.
Polish
They don't
sausage,
like
just whacked me in the face. I'm busy eating cupcakes.
The buy rate's going up now.
Yeah. And this is just the preview show, guys. Backstage, Vicky Guerrero with a guy who takes too many vacations. I don't know what that was all about. Hey, I'm your boss. You can't just take vacation time. From what? What's he doing?
I have no idea what was going on there.
That was awesome.
And he was pretty much the most unsold man of the night. He was just like,
Yeah, I know.
I guess I'll leave.
Yeah. You go back to doing nothing. because your vacation time is up. No more PTO, pal.
He immediately called all 3 of his friends right after that segment. Though. He was very excited.
Exactly. No, he was. He was. I mean, it was very Klum-like performance from Clummer Slam.
Klum did it better. Klum did it
Of
better.
course he did. Klum is SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But it was still fun to watch. Yeah. So, anyways, after the guy with too much vacation goes back to his vacation, Alberto Del Rio comes up and says he's the only champion WWE has right now. And after destroying RVD, the people need to see their champion. And he also lays it on real thick. He says, Vicky, you're the most talented, most respected, and sexiest GM in history. He then puts his scarf around her like he's in a teen movie and gives her a little peck on the cheek.
You look a little chilly.
And she was loving it. She was bashful. She was turning red.
You look a little chilly. That was great, Dale. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I don't.
He's so chivalrous.
So chivalrous.
He
all of a
really
sudden.
is.
But you know what? She saw right through it.
Well, we will see
What's
very
the version
soon.
of casting couch in WWE?
McMahon's office? Like
It was back in the day. Him and Tori Wilson had a couple
Trish
moments.
Stratus, all of them.
Oh, Trish.
Mae Young. Yeah.
Oh, Trish, yeah. That got weird.
I would say the boiler room would be the place.
Oh.
Backstage, everything goes down in the boiler
Kane
room.
kept a lot of people down there for
Exactly.
unknown reasons.
And now no one goes down there. That's the best place to do the hibbity dibbity. I
Is
don't
this
know.
going back to the cupcakes again?
Yes.
Cupcakes are on his mind.
That's where it takes place.
In
The
the boiler
pay-per-view is in the boiler room.
Live from the boiler room.
We're just making a great show here, guys. We then find out who the third WWE Hall of Famer is to possibly be the referee.
Wait, I just want to go back real quick.
Oh, please do.
When ADR went to kiss Vicky, Cathy audibly squealed. She was so grossed out by anyone touching.
Can the three of us react that noise Kathy made?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. That's literally.
That was not what
Yeah,
came
it
out of my
was.
mouth.
Yeah, it was.
No.
Yep.
No.
No,
That
I
was
did
a
not
real
make that
noise.
noise.
That's a
From down
fact.
deep.
It was like,
Yeah. That's what it was.
It's a fact.
She was horrified. She was literally
it was
horrified
so scary.
that anyone would get that close to Vicky's face. I presume that was the issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look. She's not.
She's a hot cougar. She's
She
cougar.
is a cougar.
She's a cougar.
Still getting it.
I think Kathy was a
Worth
little harsh in that. Granted, it was a natural response.
I don't think that it was distaste for Vicky Guerrero or Alberto Del Rio. I think it was just a very awkward situation.
You just
that
don't like Latinos.
Whoa, Johnny.
What?
Fancy
What
you
the
moving here to
hell?
L.A., Kathy.
What?
We're She's all mad now. I'm kidding.
Because
Kathy.
I'm gonna get more threats on Twitter.
No, you won't. Speaking of which, whoever told Kathy to jump off a bridge, you're taking it too far, okay?
Yeah.
We were having a nice little friendly feud with SmackDown, and it was fun. It was friendly, but now people are taking it seriously, so we're done. All right?
We all said behind AfterBuzz closed doors that we would do this feud
Yes.
to help cross-promote the show.
Exactly.
And it
Kayfabe.
turned from, I mean, even Christian gave us things to say.
Yeah,
fun of him about.
any negative thing we said came from his mouth. I want you guys to know that. It was all kayfabe, guys, but people legitimately were getting
Yeah.
into it.
Still real to me, damn it.
Wait,
I was called many profanities on
Yeah,
Twitter
not
this past
kind.
week, and
Not kind.
Yeah,
guys.
you were going on. I was like, yeah.
It's anti-bullying month.
Yeah.
honestly, I didn't even know we had a SmackDown show.
We're the heels, baby.
We're
You gotta
starting
get
it
used to
again.
it. All right?
Dale just kept it going. We're trying to squash the beef, Dale.
I'm so sorry.
Oh man.
Make a note
not
on that.
squashed.
Yeah, write that down, Dale. Squash beef.
SmackDown. Somebody hosts SmackDown.
Yeah.
So,
There's a couple of them, as a matter of fact. All right.
all the roads.
So now that we got that, Kathy, you will not jump off a bridge. You will stay in here,
I hope not.
safe with us. The third Hall of Famer to be introduced as a possible referee for Hell in a Cell.
Sorry, that was my beginning of it.
That was a velociraptor, everybody. That just ran
Worse
in.
than the noise that
Clever girl.
Jesus, Dale, that was worse than Kathy's Vicky
You
Guerrero.
topped it.
What Dale meant to say was Shawn Michaels is the third option.
That was pretty good, actually. Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. I hope that becomes a soundbite that Steven can use. If there's any way you can capture that soundbite, Steven, to use at random points in the show from here on out, please do.
But just like that? Please don't.
No, just capture that and then just play it at any moment you want. Dale's thing. So Shawn Michaels comes out to the ring wearing that camo, looking like he just shot a few 10-point bucks. Tells everyone to download the WWE app and vote for hashtag HBShizzle.
Yes, HB Shizzle.
And they started chanting it.
I'm sure it was trending.
Hopefully it was trending.
Guaranteed it was
He doesn't
trending.
even understand how that works, right? HB Shizzle. That's not how that game. That's not the Snoop Dogg game.
Oh.
It would have to be HB Kizzle.
He's got a
Yeah,
ponytail and camouflage, man. What do you
No,
expect
yes, you're
from
right.
him?
You're right.
For God's sake. But he says vote for him to be the referee. He guarantees there will not be a title in abeyance. There will be a WWE champion by the end of that pay-per-view. So now our options are Shawn Michaels, Bob Backlund, Booker T. We'll get to that later in the show. Next, Alberto Del Rio comes down to the ring. He's looking very confident, very proud of himself after wooing Vicky Guerrero, to which Cathy went, Vicky comes out to the stage and says, here is your opponent, Ricardo Rodriguez. Of course, Alberto Del Rio looks pumped.
What a gift.
What a gift. He comes out wearing his pink RVD shirt, and then just when they're about to get going, Vicky says, wait a second. You need to know your opponent at Hell in a Cell, and it will be, brace yourself, everybody, John Cena!
And Alberto's like, what?
What?
Yeah, like how?
Huh?
What is that possible?
Ricardo rolls him up for the win. Ricardo celebrating on the announcer's table. ADR nailed. I guess Ricardo forgot to realize that ADR was right around him.
Because he didn't hurt him at all.
Exactly.
He's still fine.
Just the roll
Now
up.
he's just pissed.
ADR gets him with a nasty leg sweep on top of the announcer's table, rams him into the stairs, puts his arm in the chair just like RVD last night, and destroys him, which was disgusting to do, but ADR is the champion. But even Cena tweeted, he goes, it's true. I'm coming back at Hell in a Cell to challenge for the world title. What?
I don't know
That
how
can't
that's
happen.
possible.
Guys, it can't. If he does, and this is this is a physical therapist talking. He had
Johnny
surgery
is a
after
physical
SummerSlam.
therapist.
Yeah, he had surgery after
clarify
SummerSlam.
that.
I really am. I do weird things.
Doesn't just play
Professional
on
talk.
TV.
Let's get into professional talk.
If he does this,
Yeah.
he literally is the $6 million man. He stole beans from Jack's Beanstalk. I don't know what he did.
I don't think you know how those beans
Super
work. But
Cena.
Go ahead.
I don't know how. I don't know. I've never had those beans. They're magic, though.
Would there be any options? Would there be any options of him not needing the surgery? I mean, could he
No,
have
I think
just?
they
You
showed
saw
pictures.
that elbow?
Yeah.
I mean, it was
a lot of something.
it was a huge golf ball.
Oh no, that thing was disgusting. No, and I think they tweeted pictures of the surgery. You know, the arm bandaged up.
I don't understand.
I could. Oh, yeah.
I know we say he's super.
He
Cena,
is. He
but
is.
that is mind-blowingly quick.
Almost
Super
impossible.
Cena, no selling the surgery.
Unless I'm assuming, I think James Andrews probably did it. Unless Andrews got in there and didn't see as much damage as he thought, but I'm sure they took MRIs.
I mean, the whole tricep was like rolled up, right? I mean,
Yeah.
well, I mean, not the whole tricep, but
Yeah.
it was a big hunk there.
And that surgery it's not an easy recovery. The tricep runs all the way down the arm, attaches to right around the elbow area, and as a human being, a lot of times with a tricep tear, you're not even allowed to move it for a good month. The only person allowed to move your arm is a physical therapist for a while after surgery. Battleground will make it barely 2 months.
2 days ago, he tweeted, every day the arm feels better makes Friday through Tuesday very tough. I miss the WWE universe. Even the hashtag haters. Be back soon. Hashtag even stronger.
And then you're gonna go against a guy who is known for the armbar.
That's what
Right.
And so this
Maybe
is
they're playing it. Maybe it'll happen within the first 30 seconds, and then maybe it'll be like Nikki's return to the ring when, even though she was in her ring gear, she wasn't completely healed, so they just had her on the side the entire time.
But they can't do that with Cena.
No, it's it's a world championship match.
Yeah.
You already had Brian go over on him. Now you want ADR to like kill him. Like
Is
you're
he
gonna
just not
rip
gonna
his
be
arm
cleared
out.
in time, or-
What's best for business?
Wow, that's
I like
amazing.
Very nice. I like my hair in that
Great
thing.
job, Steve.
It's on
Hey,
fire.
Steve.
That's fantastic. We
Truly.
should tweet that.
I
man.
like that.
It's amazing. That needs to be your Twitter
Oh yeah, no, that just became my Twitter
profile
avatar.
picture. Yeah, that
Yeah,
avatar.
look at me with TikTok.
I don't know, guys. I feel like this is I almost feel like it was a put on because Vicky was laughing after ADR lost the match. I I don't know. I mean, usually they say 4 to 6 months for a try. So I thought Cena could possibly come back in 4 months. 2 months is. My only guess is he's going to be strapped up like RoboCop on his arm.
Something
If
has
he
to
wrestles.
happen. It's got to be.
Why risk?
I don't know.
Why risk? I know ratings have been, the product has suffered the last couple weeks. The product got really good.
Yeah.
Right after the Bryan win, and yes, the past couple weeks it's gone a little down, a little stale. I know the Monday night football has been eating at them.
That-
and
it always
they got
does,
the playoffs, MLB playoffs. I understand that happens every year.
Peaks
and yes,
and valleys.
you don't have Cena, but I can't imagine Vince sitting there and saying like, well, if he could do Make-A-Wish, he can get in the ring. Like, get him in there. Damn it, get him.
That's a great impression.
Thank you.
Damn it! It's good. I don't know. I give him all the. If he really manages to come back, I give him all the credit in the world. I just don't. I feel like it's not going to happen. There's going to be
There's
something.
no way
It's
you
not
risk
good for
Cena.
him,
It's too. Yeah.
You don't risk him.
It's too mind blowing. But although I do have to say, when he had the neck surgery, he had the surgery, and
Yep.
the very next day he came to the ring. I mean, he didn't wrestle,
Right.
but he was like up and walking around.
Of course. Well, I mean, when you have neck surgery, though, I mean, I get patients out of bed. I get 75, 80-year-old people out of bed the day after lumbar fusion or neck fusion. So, I mean, everyone gets out of bed. So that's not that
What
big of a
about
shock.
thoracic fusion?
There aren't many thoracic fusions out there. But if there was, they'd be getting up.
You can't fuse it?
No, you
fuse
can.
it?
It's just there aren't that many thoracic injuries that require, because your low back takes a lot of stress and your neck takes all the stress. Thoracic is more of just like a stable base for you.
What about like a Thai Asian fusion? Is that?
You can walk
There's a
that
new
to
one
the
in
ring.
Riho.
Can you
opened
walk
up.
after you eat that?
You can enjoy that. I don't know. You can't swim. You got to wait a half hour to swim after Thai Asian fusion.
Forget it.
But I don't know if he does it. I am, as a healthcare professional, I'm completely amazed. If he pulls this off, I don't know how he did it. I just don't see it happening.
We'll see what goes
Didn't
on.
they said originally it was going to be 6 months. They announced that
Yes.
on
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
Which
And
is
and then we know that it's 4 to 6, or what was it?
3 to
Yeah.
4 or 4 to
4 to
to
6, I
six,
think.
I
is
think.
what- yeah.
First off, 6 months is very kind. It generally could take longer than that, but
And
Cena's.
we thought that he would come back at Royal Rumble.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
But
I mean, it was gonna be perfect for him to come back at Royal Rumble. It's like January, boom,
Yeah.
that's 6 months or the 5-month period or something.
That would have annoyed me though, just because. Speaking of that neck injury, when he came back from that neck injury was at a Royal Rumble, of which he won.
and
then went on to
he's
the-
done that twice
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
He's
It's not
come
going to
back.
happen.
Don't need that again.
I just don't. I don't know. I don't know how it's. I can't wait to see what happens, because if he's really going to wrestle, he's going to have to start showing up the next couple weeks, I think.
And maybe that's their way of getting him on TV. Is like he'll be in this huge cast, and they'll say you're in no way shape to do this.
Then he just
then-
disappears
and
again
then
for a few
he'll-
months.
I don't know.
Maybe you risk having ADR attack him. I don't know.
That was by far the biggest shock of the show for me. I thought it was a
Huge
put on
shock.
until Cena tweeted, "Yeah, I'm coming back." What?
Yeah.
What are you doing? What? I don't know.
You know,
I mean,
we're just a bunch of puppets. That's what it is.
guess so.
They're pulling our strings.
they have.
usually they don't announce matches this early on.
Yeah,
They
right,
have
you
to
know?
because I'm
Upcoming
telling you,
pay-per-views.
I'm not. It's literally impossible. Unless he's in a flat-out extension brace on his elbow that doesn't allow his elbow to bend. When that's the case, he's going to be punching like this, and that's not going to do anyone any good.
Was it his right hand?
I don't know what arm it was. I forget what arm it
remember.
was. I want to say it was his left.
Okay, well,
You always work the left.
he.
Yeah.
I don't know. If he that may be an actual option for him. I think he would miss wrestling so much that he would get his whole arm, situated
It's
where he
the
can't
left.
move it.
Yeah, it is the left.
Man, oh man.
Is that a new picture? When's that from?
I don't know.
Kath?
I'm just on his Twitter
September
right now.
17th. Okay, so that's 3 weeks ago. I don't know. Best of luck to him regardless. We'll see what happens. I'm completely shocked by that. Moving on, Zack Ryder versus Fandango. And pretty simple here. Leg drop to the back of the head of Zack Ryder for the win. We're seeing Zack Ryder on TV.
Right on Raw again.
Gotta love that. Ryder on Raw. Fandango. That's a nice shirt right there you got there, Dale. What's next for Fandango? Is he just going to keep floating around, just wrestling guys whenever? I mean, there's really no feud that's set up for him at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they have options. They haven't really made any moves.
There's no time. I don't know. You would think like they showed the repeat of Steph slapping Big Show like most of the segment 3 times
Yes.
tonight.
Yep.
And it's like you have time to build up other storylines. I just don't know why they're not dedicating You have like 8 hours of wrestling TV, and maybe on main event. I wish they could just have like mini storylines on main event that are only continued on main event. And I think they do that sometimes.
I feel like
Kinda
main
like Heat
event
used
is
to be.
like the wrestling show, though. That's the one where they
That's what Heat used to be.
They just
yeah.
have 2 or 3
almost
great
pure
matches.
wrestling.
Yeah, and it's like these guys, these mid-carders need story. I mean, we're talking about Sandow. Ziggler and Sandow have nothing going on right now, so they just throw them in matches together, random matches. And now, thankfully, Ryder's getting on TV.
Yeah.
You know, and he's fighting Fandango. I mean, Fandango's such a great character. You gotta give him something.
Fandango versus Santino was amazing.
Yeah,
Right?
and let's not forget Summer Rae. Maybe they can get her involved. They wrestle together on NXT. Maybe they can get her involved in some kind of storyline with another diva, do some mixed tags, something like that.
Rumor has it is they're bringing up Emma from NXT.
Okay.
Nice.
Very soon.
Good
so.
move. Good move.
Then
And
that
she
would
was
make
great with
perfect
Santino. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Emma's fantastic. All right, next it's time for Jerry the King Lawler to reveal who the special guest referee is at Hell in a Cell. And to no one's surprise, Shawn Michaels, cue the sound effect, Dale. With 61%, that's terrifying. Booker T, 32%, and Bob Backlund, 7%. I'm assuming people all over 40, but at least he got that 7%. Shawn Michaels will be your special guest referee at Hell in a Cell, and he comes out to the ring earlier in the show and said, hey, I'm Triple H's best friend personally. So it's going to be very interesting.
Wait, why people over 40 voted for Booker? Is that what you were saying?
Bob Backlund. Bob Backlund.
Bob Backlund.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
sorry.
I mean, I voted for him just out of fear.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't want him coming over here.
How
We
did
don't
you
have
vote
to
for
get
him?
out here.
What's that?
How did you vote for him?
We can't do the ad. dude.
I sent my East Coast person, said, hey,
Yeah.
can you vote for Backlund for me?
Snail mail. He sent one in.
Aww.
Got my brother over there.
I
You know,
need
everybody's from
friends
Virginia.
on the East Coast.
I got an East Coast hookup, correspondent.
Get some East Coast friends. We can vote in this app.
I was surprised Booker was only 7%.
No, Booker was 32.
No, Backlund was
32.
Backlund was 32.
Booker was like
Booker
6.
was
Was
7.
No, he wasn't,
Yes,
guys.
he was.
Yeah, dog.
Booker was
crazy.
7%. Backlund was 32.
Yeah,
He was nuts. Get him in there.
Are you sure?
absolutely.
I swear to
positive.
God, I thought I saw Backlund 7, Booker 32.
No, and Booker
You're
looked
wrong.
pissed.
He was this.
Booker was like,
He really was. He was like,
he
dang.
was like, what the fuck?
Oh, wow.
And he's a super safe choice, Backlund. You know, like there's no bias there at all.
Yeah.
He would do it.
You know what? I guess I just assumed. I could have swore that I saw Booker had 32 and Backlund had 7.
Nope,
But I love the fact I
all
love
right.
this with HBK. Like this will make very interesting. He's you know, Bryan is his protege. He trained Daniel Bryan, and then, you know, of course, the connection with Randy Orton and Triple H. Like he said it himself, I don't like Randy Orton.
Yeah.
And Triple H, yeah, he's my best friend outside of work. Will he do what's best for business?
I think he'll do what's best for business, which would be
Which is somehow get Dale involved.
to have me come and watch in the front row.
It's going to make Hell in a Cell that much more interesting. Moving on, Real Americans in a rematch versus the Great Khali and Santino Marella. Once again, rematch from Battleground. Antonio Cesaro, for the second night in a row, spins the Great Khali 10 times and gets the win off it. I'm calling it the Carousel Zaro. That move
I
right
can
there.
work. I can work with that.
Yeah.
Less ponies, but yeah,
Less ponies, but pretty effective.
I like it.
Lots of horsepower though.
I like the move, but it doesn't work for me as a finisher. I feel like it.
But for the Great
something
Khali,
more
it does. He ain't getting up.
For the Great Khali, but he barely gets up as it.
There's not enough time in a 3-hour show to wait for the Great Khali to get up.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And I like it more. I wasn't a huge fan of the neutralizer. I don't. I think it's just an awkward move.
It's a really hard move. I know what you're saying.
You know, it's just it's a weird setup. You know, I would rather him just drop them on
kinda-
their head, not just like a little flapjack. I mean, it's like
facey too.
yeah, if someone like Biggie Langston did it, like that looks like, or Brodus Clay, someone big that's like, I'm gonna fall on you and you're gonna be on your face. Like, but Cesaro, you know, he's just he's a dense guy, but he's not heavy.
How about we take the Carousel Zaro, he spins him around, dumps him off, and then finishes it off with like something cool, like a splash or like a knee to the head, and then goes for the pin. Combination move. That'd be neat.
Like they're all spinny, and then he just drops a big knee down
right on the head, like
Killer
bam.
Kowalski style.
Yep.
I would like for them to try to get up. I don't know. There's something about just tossing them aside like a rag doll that doesn't. I don't know. They're just dizzy. I don't feel like they're like down for the count. I don't know.
And with like regular size wrestlers, he could probably do like something extra at the end
Yeah.
and not actually throw them.
Yeah.
You know, and drop them. You know, like the big guys, it's like, yeah, I gotta let you go now. You know.
With regular size wrestling.
But regular size,
They're all
Like
very
Santino
large.
and Miz, good lord. And when he did with Daniel Bryan back in ROH, good lord, like he was going forever with these guys.
Yeah.
You know.
But Khali, I've never. That's the highest Khali's ever been off the ground.
Definitely.
It's for a long time.
Incredible.
I would.
I bet he feels great. He's like, man, my spine is just adjusted from
adjusted.
this, right? I thought it was going to be terrible, but
Thanks for the lumbar traction, Antonio. Appreciate it.
all of a sudden he's selling like Rollins and Ziggler, you know?
He's actually 8 feet tall.
Better than
turns out.
DDP yoga.
Amazing. Yeah, right.
That's
that
the
would
guy
be
you
a
need to get.
hilarious video. Oh man.
Right.
Anyways, Swagger picks up Hornswoggle as JBL says it's time for the Swoggle tossing. Swings him around, but Santino comes up and nails him with the Cobra. Crowd not happy.
Yeah,
Did you
they were
notice that?
booing.
Yeah.
Poor Hornswoggle. He doesn't get to do anything anymore.
He
Just gets
got
tossed.
got
to
around.
spun a little bit.
Spun.
I mean, he's always been kind of tossed
Spun
around.
I wish Cesaro had used him as a weapon against
Yeah.
Santino's Cobra.
That could
Like,
happen.
oh, I see you. Bam, you know? That'd be cool.
That could happen. But yeah, the crowd was not happy that spin. So
Why are you stopping him, Santino?
you know what? I know the Real Americans are a tag team, but we've all been saying it for a while now. Antonio Cesaro really stands on his own with his talent. I think he's got a great character. I think he has so much more in him than what
Who's
he's
his
been
tag
allowed to
team
do.
partner?
I honestly don't know. It for reals. It is just waiting for him to come back into the ring. Swagger never really did it for me.
This could be a way for them to break up. The Real Americans could possibly break up.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to happen. Like Cesaro's face turn will be against Swagger.
And how's he going to do it? Spin him?
He's going to spin Swagger out.
Now I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
You're not even a real American anyway, you know. Because you can see like
Kidding, I
Cesaro.
hate America.
But I love that. Like on Battleground, they had a great moment at the end of their match when Zeb is holding their hands up.
Oh, right.
Zeb gives Cesaro a hug, and then Cesaro looks up at Swagger and tries to give him a hug, and Swagger like pushes him off, like don't hug me, and he's like hey, and he pushes him back. So it's just like these. I like it. I mean, it's like a brother,
Step brothers.
Step brothers type, thing.
The
This
same
is
thing with the Heyman guys, where they have that sibling rivalry
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like they push each other. You want to go do karate in the garage? That kind of thing. Just,
Touch me, y'all. You two back there, you better stop.
I'm pulling this car over right now.
Drop y'all off over the border.
I would be worried for Swagger though. If they do break up, I don't know.
I agree.
I mean, it's got to
What do they do with
happen, but
Swagger?
hopefully not anytime soon. Because I love them together, and everyone's doing the We the People.
They're good,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. They're. I mean, it's
Even against
definitely over.
Santino, they're booing Santino.
I think they would make great tag team champions.
Wait, did
Yes.
they boo Santino because they wanted to see him continue to throw Hornswoggle?
Yes.
around?
Yeah. They were. I mean, no one hates Santino.
No,
but
everyone
he was the
loves
one who
Santino.
stopped it, and they're like,
Yeah.
boo.
Yeah. Let's be
Why don't
honest.
stop it?
When it comes down to it, people like to see dwarf tossing. That's all there is to
I
it.
always feel so bad for Hornswoggle. All the time, I feel bad for.
Oh no,
Hornswoggle.
he's doing fine.
I wish he put his ankles together and just held him like a baseball bat.
was
You know.
Hornswoggle has a good living. He's not
ears.
wrestling every night, dude.
Yeah.
I know, but I just want him to be cool.
I mentioned
He's
this last
very
night.
cool.
I heard
He's a
that he's
leprechaun.
now going through wrestling training because of
El
El
Torito. El Torito making him look
He doesn't
bad.
want to lose his job.
yeah, well-
he knows he's got a sweet gig.
He's been there for a while. I'm surprised he hasn't gone through that training.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure
He
he's gotten some
wrestles.
training, but now he's getting into it.
He did that tadpole splash. I think that's all he ever.
It was a tadpole
practiced.
splash. Moving on, we have the shortest episode of Miz TV ever. Miz already in the ring when we come back from commercial. As he begins to introduce the show, all of a sudden, gets cut off by the Wyatt family. We're here. They come down to the ring, and as the lights go up, the Wyatt family's in the ring. Miz gets away. He attacks Bray Wyatt. They go at it for about 2.5 seconds. Miz sneaks away from the Wyatt family. Bray hangs on top of his brothers, if you will. Upside down, just stares and laughs at Miz. And that was Miz TV for tonight.
Yeah, another. These wrestlers are getting wise to the Wyatt's tactics. You know, for weeks there, like they were decimating every guy in the middle of the ring. Now they know how to hightail it out of there. Go straight for Bray, and then hit the entrance. You know, head for the entrance. But he said he did his little spider. His little crab spider like thing. He held onto the guy's shoulders and bent over, and he's like,
Just
"You
like
can run, but you can't hide."
Did the spider like he had 6 legs, right, Kathy?
Yeah.
That's a call back to over an hour ago.
He
What?
thought spiders only had 6 legs. Johnny did.
In the beginning of the show, I talked about. Oh, that was before you came in with your championship.
You were busy polishing your belt, but he was not aware.
6 legs.
Yeah.
Your point was, last night was Kofi, tonight was The
eyes
Miz. Makes you wonder if, they're just constantly it's almost like they're just figuring out what guys they want to destroy or get rid of. They got Kofi last night. Tonight was like kind of The Miz, but not really.
Yeah.
They're moving up the food chain, though. Well, I mean, they started pretty high with Kane.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
They did.
But that was a different reason, they got special plans for him.
Altogether. But I was surprised at how that went down tonight. Really nothing happened except Miz did get away, and Bray Wyatt just laughed at him, which makes it a little even more scary.
Exactly. I mean, I think keeping them light with their involvement and having these weird segments that just kind of showcase their personality and stalking people, I think that's spooky.
My only problem with this is that Kofi seems to be okay today. Like he got a shot at Randy Orton on Raw, like right after that.
Night, yeah.
It's like, so well, what's the danger here with the Wyatt family? Like Kofi got away scot-free. He lost last night, but he got a match with Randy Orton, and he looked just healthy. He looked healthy and fine.
Could have been good to give him a couple. It was a great match, but they could have maybe kept him off the show or something. I don't know.
I would almost, as opposed to him being so hurt, for him to almost be like feel out of it, like kind of not brainwashed completely, but something's just off with him.
Start having these guys like
I can't remember certain things.
That would be great.
Something like that.
I don't know how to do the SOS. Like, what am I supposed to do here?
That would mean they'd have to give him a microphone, and they just.
That's hard to translate without him, like.
Yeah.
Or have him come out. The music hits, and he's just like. He's not feeling like, well, Kofi's not feeling it tonight, and it's because of why it's got to him, and then maybe the whole match he's a little off, and Randy Orton's even thrown off, like, oh, yeah, that would have been really cool. I like that, Cathy.
There you go, Kath.
Thanks.
She doesn't just make cupcakes, everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we move on to Brad Maddox and Stephanie McMahon backstage. Steph is basically saying, look, you got a long way to go before you can really be a decent GM. You messed up everything last night. Triple H shows up, kiss, kiss between the husband and the wife. Aww. And Triple H says he's going to the ring right now because he's going to make sure what happens is hashtag best for business.
I love it. I love that he says it every week. He has to say it.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, it's like the David Caruso thing on NCIS.
He should, though. I
Absolutely.
think it's cool.
When are they going to start making great jokes like ours? Like vest for business and breast for business?
Oh,
I mean,
WWE?
it's Susan G. Komen Foundation month.
Someone
they
should at
need
least
a breast for business.
Yeah, at least have a slip up and say it.
Even a poster.
Yeah, because like they Titus O'Neil tonight.
Oh, very touching.
That got very Titus O'Real.
Yeah, it did. Hey,
I mean, it was bringing some. I was getting some feels in there.
It was
like,
beautiful.
God,
it was beautiful
really
what he said.
So we got that spectrum, but like I said, like let's lighten it up a little bit. Like to combat that. But I like that they're having wrestlers sit aside like that and have these testimonies about why you should go buy their T-shirts and stuff to donate. But
what Titus said was absolutely beautiful. So Triple H on his way to the ring for the main event, The Shield versus Goldust, Cody Rhodes, and Daniel Bryan. Of course, Triple H comes down by ringside to watch. Shield in control for most of the match, actually, until Daniel Bryan finally gets in there, starts cleaning house on Seth Rollins, does that flying kick to the corner that is so badass. And eventually, Ambrose brings in the chair. Of course, a disqualification. The crowd's like, oh, come on, we're not going to have another finish. Triple H hits that mic and says, no. We are not going to have any more abeyance finishes. This match is going to be restarted. No disqualification. Next thing you know, Orton comes down and RKO's Daniel Bryan, throws him in the ring. Seth Rollins for the win. As quick as Triple H restarted the match, Orton was on it. RKO's him.
I was really confused since this all happened around 8:05. I'm like, how much more time do you have to do a match?
Yeah.
So.
Well, 1 minute was all that they needed.
Yep.
Orton's quick. Snake in the grass.
a little viper.
Yeah, I do want to say I love the new look for Goldust or Gold Darth. It seems very.
He looks so cool,
Darth
man.
Maul looking, man. It's cool.
I really dig it. New outfit, the whole shebang, and he lost some weight.
DDP yoga.
He is
A revitalization.
revitalized.
He's revitalized. Goldust is revitalized,
And if you
man,
saw him last night, he was completely on point in the ring. Like, just
He looks good.
looks really good.
He wants that Mania match with Cody. He really does.
So happy to have him back.
it makes you wonder how they're going to turn it into a brother versus brother. Right now, I'm loving the fact that they're united as a family.
I don't know that they will. I don't know.
I'm hoping that eventually Cody's gonna do
the
what's best
favorite
for
son?
business. Yeah.
Yeah.
and join up with them maybe. I mean, he's really good as a face right now, but we don't have a whole lot of heels running around.
Yeah. Goldust said on Twitter that that's not the match that he wanted, or maybe it was an interview of some kind, but he said that's not the match that he wants.
And he's wanted it like for years now.
Yeah.
So now he's saying like it could be a work, probably, right? Most likely, hopefully.
Either way, I'm always down for a brother versus brother.
That's a great spot.
true.
That's a great match. Good point. In the works right there. I mean, you got two
Especially for
brothers.
30?
Yeah, for 30, you got the classic, one of the classic guys, Goldust,
And, you know,
If that's
brother
what the
versus
fans
brother,
want, why
Dusty
not
in the middle.
Give it to them?
yeah.
Make Dusty the special referee or something.
oh my
For God's sakes, Dale. We got it. It's done.
American Dream.
Don't you think he'd be a little?
No, wrong song.
No, Dale, you did it wrong.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
Yeah, the two brothers, and he's just torn. Oh, what can I do?
Ooh, I don't know what to
do, Daddy.
I like it.
I love you both.
I got my thumb over here and my other thumb right here, and I don't know what to do. Sweet Sapphire! Oh, she gone.
Last night, a lot of people in chat roll, and they're bringing it up again, wanted Josh to do FMK for the Rhodes family.
No, we're not
For the
gonna do
Rhodes,
it.
I already did the Rhodes family though.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you said what
Goldust
would be
F,
obvious.
Cody M, and then I put Dusty out of his misery. He's lived a long ride. And you had that same reaction last time. You went, "Oh, come on!" I'm like, "Well, I mean, he's lived the longest. Why you want me to kill Cody? Man just got married."
There you guys have it.
So there it is. Why is it so easy?
Jeez, he gets the title around his waist, and all of a sudden he just gets real pompous about everything, trying to kill off the American Dream.
I love him. I don't want to kill him off, but when you force me
It's fine,
to
Showtime.
do FMK,
You have to live with yourself.
You backed him into a corner, though.
Oh, would you guys do a different way?
I'm not going to discuss this right now.
No, right? Because you would
we have
all pick the same one.
5 minutes left, and Dale's got his chin on his fist like he's waiting for an answer.
I
All
wanna
right.
know.
So Seth Rollins for the win. Shield is the victors, but afterwards the Shield attacks Rhodes. Bryan Rhodes. Big Show comes down to the ring. We thought he was fired. He comes down. Triple H looks like he's seen a giant. Because he just did. The Shield attacks Big Show in the ring. Looks like they have the best. And all of a sudden, Big Show does one of those Big Show. Blah! Everyone just jumps off him. And then it's just Big Show and Triple H face to face. WMD. Game over.
Triple H's face, like he does the best wrestler face.
Yep.
When it comes to melodrama in wrestling.
Yep.
When music hits, his face, like it's just perfect.
Yeah,
every
dude.
time. He's one of the best at that. And so like he's like, get him up, and then he clears it, and he's like, oh, crap. He's not cowering.
Nope.
But you can see the fear in
He
the
knows,
eyes.
like,
but he's
uh-oh.
standing there like, all right, I'm gonna have to do this now. We're gonna have to throw it out. And he actually is rearing back for a punch when he gets WMD'd. So he's not like,
It's like that moment in a Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner cartoon where like Coyote's chasing him and like runs all the way off a cliff, and all of a sudden it's that moment where he goes, uh-oh, and then and just falls down.
Yep.
Big
Yeah.
Show knocks him out. Oh, it was fantastic. And then Daniel Bryan gets in the ring as Big Show walks away, literally stands over Triple H, and we have vest to Big Show's music.
And I like that he straightened his tie as he left. He's like, oh, sorry, that's out of
laid
place.
it across,
Sorry
patted
about
it.
that. All right.
Yeah, you keep your tie on.
I did not expect this to happen. I knew that we were going to get a WMD at some point.
At a pay-per-view, perhaps.
Yeah, but tonight, I don't know, that was so satisfying.
And we may not get the Midnight Riders like you said last week, but we might get a masked Big Show. I don't know. He don't need to be masked, but it'd be
Do you
cool.
think that people would?
But he could be storming. You're fired. Stay off the premises,
Wouldn't that
and
be
he's
great?
just knocking everyone out.
He starts wearing a mask and just knocks people out. And he refused to admit who he is. Oh
It's
my
not
God.
me.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be so cool. But we only got a couple minutes left. Time to put ourselves over. So Cathy Kelley, bam.
You can find me on Twitter at Catherine Kelley, and you can find me here doing a bunch of other shows. Have a couple chatting with Cathy's coming up this week, so subscribe to those.
Showtime Josh, the champion.
Showtime Josh. I got a flair for the gold here, ladies and gentlemen. Showtime Josh on Twitter. And shout out to Corey for picking that draw last night in the predictions. That was pretty good.
Solid. Dale.
Hey, I'm the Walking Dale, or Dizzle if you were Shawn Michaels.
Hey-o.
On Twitter, and you can find me on YouTube at Dishing on Movies.
Guys, spread the word about the show. Tweet us. Find us on iTunes because we're on there as well. Big news, guys. I'm doing stand-up comedy on television this week.
What?
Yes, Thursday night, I'm on Gotham Comedy Live on Access TV. 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Go to access.tv/subscribe if you want to find out what channel it is for you.
Nice.
It's a stand-up comedy show that airs live from Gotham Comedy Club, the way comedy should be. Live, unedited from the show. Whatever's happening, you see it right there live. Really pumped for it, right in New York City. If you're in New York City and you're listening and you want tickets to the show, tweet me and I'll put you on the list. Simple as that.
Cool.
That's cool.
So guys, we had a hell of a night tonight, didn't we?
Heck yeah.
Always have fun with you guys.
Absolutely. Congratulations to the new champ. We are 3 weeks from Heck in a Cell. This is the Raw After Show and AfterBuzz TV. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.